Vinciguerra. What's going on? Hey, I wanted to do a quick video. I guess I'm going to start doing these little tech tips here and there, just to share the knowledge, you know. I don't know how to divide it on my YouTube channel. It's having a little bit of an identity crisis, but, you know, I'll figure that out as we go along. But I'm just going to start posting some. But this is a fresh built neck. It's the Vinciguerra Custom Shop Crossroads model guitar. The fingerboard's all waxed up, if that's what you see there glaring on the fingerboard, because it has not had the fretwork done, and that's what this video is kind of about. So fresh fret. The only thing I've done is I've you know, cut the edges off, beveled them, and then it went into finish, and it was finished over the edges of the fret. So all that's done, but the fret level and dress has not been done. I typically save that till afterwards. So I just wanted to, you know, as you progress in getting the fret job prepared, whether it's a refret or a new instrument, either way, basically the same preparations involved. Once you get the frets out, you got to get the fretboard just right. So a couple of tools we're going to use. This guy right here, notch straight edge from old Stu Mac. They get way too much of my money, all of our money, I think. So basically, this reads the board, not the frets, and I'm center lining it. And basically, until you get used to the straight edges, you're looking for rock. So I'll pick up each end, trying to see if there's a little rock in there, which in this case, I've already adjusted the truss rod and got it as flat as I could. And what I'll do is I'll rotate the board and find the center of rotation. This one has no center of rotation. It's scraping everywhere, and that means it's flat. Okay, so that's mission one, is I have the wood level. So now let's see how we do with a fret job. So I break out big boy straight edge and cover the entire length of the board. And the first thing I'll do is rock it. Okay, I've got a rock. There's no question. I've got a rock on the treble side, and I've got a big rock. So everything translates over, you know, 20 inches, whatever that is. It translates to a big rock on the end. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to put the straight edge, and let me just say this. In the old days, I would take the fret leveling file at this point and start doing that crisscross hash to just get all the gross portions out. I've already checked all the frets to make sure they were seated in. They're already glued in and they're all seated, but these are extruded metal, and that means that it's pushed through a die, and there's going to be variances as it comes through. That's just the way the extrusion works. So what you do is you put the guy on here. This is one reading. You know, we get the little bit of a rock. Okay, now rotate and find the center of rotation. What fret is it rotating on? I'm going, hopefully I'm going to exaggerate it. I'm going this way. And right now it's on the 13th fret is my center of rotation. So if I come over to the bass side, same thing, center rotation, 13th fret. And if I go to the treble side, center rotation is the 12th fret. Okay, so now what we can do is figure out with this guy what's going on at those two frets. So basically, if we come up here, I can clearly see that 12 on the treble side is high. It is well seated, so it's just high. There could be some gook on there, but it could be where I installed them. It could be a hammer blow. It could be anything like that. We drove the other ones a little bit deeper, you know, something like that. But I'm going with the extrusion because that wouldn't be my fault, if you know what I'm saying. And I've clearly got this one here. You can't really hear it, but I've got a high spot here and a high spot here. So basically what I did is I went through and rocked the entire board, and I'm sure everybody watching this, if you're interested at all, if you made it this far, you know what this is all about. So I went through, and basically this is a really good fret job. Fret install. I have one high spot here. I had a high spot here, here, and a couple little minor ones. So basically, what is that telling me? If I start crisscross hashing these frets out, I'm going to lose a lot of material across the board until they decide to get level. Why not go ahead and address the spots first that are high, that we know are high, and then proceed with the fret job? This has really kind of changed the way I do everything, and it helps you see and diagnose problems when other guitars come in. Because the hardest thing I learned in Luthier is to be able to look down the neck and see the entire thing. You know, it's a very, I'd say it's hard. It's not hard. I can see it, but can you see it? Can you focus on the entire length of that fingerboard at the same time? Well, it kind of, you have to train your eye for what to look for, and it takes a long time really to get that. And then when you have anomalies like a twist in the neck or something like that, those are even harder for your eye to see. So straight edges will tell you one story, but you have to be able to put your finger on exactly what the problem is before you start chopping metal off and stuff like that. So anyway, how I'm going to deal with this is, these are a little bit higher than I want to use. This new tool from StewMac is a recommended piece for anybody, any guitar tech, any luthier, any repair guy, and I'm sure most of you guys know about this now, but it's the same fret rocker that has the 4 different sides, but each one of these has a section that's diamond coated. Inside here is diamond coated on every side. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, those are great, man. So when you go through and you rock the fingerboard, if you find a spot, if it doesn't drag across, it needs to be worked, and you know, I'll just scrub it with the diamonds and get it off of there. So I don't know if I'm going to wear out my diamonds to chase after these, because they seem like they're a little bit on the high side. So yeah, I'll get my other file out and just kiss those down, keep checking them with the rocker. Once I get those dressed in, this one looks so good, I'll probably just address these 4 areas, and then I'll go tape them off, mark them off, crown them real fast, and then I have a little tedious procedure that maybe I'll show you guys one day. Going as I polish them, each sanding stage from 220 up, I actually rock the frets between each sandpaper grade, and if I pick up a rock after the 220, then I'll chase it with the 320 and rock the entire fingerboard as I go past. Well, actually no, if I go through with 220 and I'm going back to check before I do the 320, I'll kiss it with the 220 and then like kind all the way up. So anyway, that's my story. I'm gonna stick to it. Hope that helped anybody. It seemed kind of wordy, kind of lengthy. Sorry y'all can't see me. I'm not really set up yet good with camera. I'm doing this iPad thing, but I will get set up and start posting some videos, promise. And we'll always have a fire extinguisher nearby, because you never know. I'm a Tim the Toolman fan, so. All right, peace out. Mark Vinciguerra, Vinciguerra Custom Shop. See you later.